Well, thank you. I would like to talk about the way things we heard tonight can be reached, and that's by form of creativity. And for that, I would like to do a small experiment in which I ask you to close your eyes and follow the story that I tell until I tell you to open your eyes. Now, let's suppose that you have passed on to the other world, so you have died. Please close your eyes, yes? And think up the images I call up. Now you're in the reception hall of the heaven, and then you're finding that you're in the wrong place. So you go to the information desk and you tell them that you are, since you are a Westerner, and you feel that you have entered Buddhist heaven. And these people there, these monks with their bare heads, they smile at you and there's no way out. So they tell you, once you're here, you will have to reincarnate. And you say, well, I'm not like that, I don't believe that, but they say there's no way out but reincarnate. And since reincarnation happens, if you have done it very well in your lifetime, then you can stay a long time up there, but you have made a mess of it, and you have to go back immediately. But since you are in the wrong reception hall, you get a choice. And the choice is that you can go back as a fly or as a bee. Now, there has been an experiment in which they put 20 bees in a bottle. This bottle was open, and at the end of the day, all 20 bees were dead. So much for the bees. The next day, they put 20 flies in the bottle, and at the end of the day, all flies were out. How is that possible? Well, the reason is that the bees were killed by their intelligence. So we have a lot of intelligent people here. And those people are the ones who, when they see a problem or they want to reach something, they want to solve it immediately. And that's what these bees do. I mean, these bees are in the bottle, and they are very good in analyzing things, and they find out that they have a problem. Now, what does an intelligent being do when it feels it has a problem? It goes for the solution. That's right. And that's what these bees do. So the first one goes down in the bottle and says, hey, that's the way out. So goes, and then he drops dead. The other 19 say, well, Joe has always been an extreme case, so we'll do it better. And all 19, they go down and they end up dead. That's because they want to go straight to the solution. And that's a sort of thing like one hand clapping. Now, what do flies do who are in a bottle? Flies fly. No, they fly. That's what they do. That's why they're called flies, see? And they just fly around. They don't have a problem. They fly. That's what flies do always. So they sit there and they sit there, and after 25 places they want to sit somewhere, but they can't because they're out. The bees would have said, my problem is solved, but the flies didn't have a problem. They just flew. And they have been flying, all 20, until they were out. And they never wanted to get out because they didn't have a problem. Now, the whole thing is that whenever you feel that you want to do something, you want to reach a dream, that the thing you have to do is be clear in analyzing what you want. That's the bee thing. So the bee, I don't know why so many people choose for the bee, but I think it's because it can sting. And it's a useful insect. I mean, it creates honey, and that's what we like. Huh? We want to have it sweet. But flies, they do one thing which you always need after you have analyzed the situation. And don't call it a problem, it's a situation. And you want to go somewhere else. So you're here and you want to get there. And then you have to do what the flies do. You have to diverge. So you just try out things. You make ideas. And whenever you start on something, always take care that you have at least 10 ideas. 20 is better, but one is the worst thing you can have. Because the one idea you have will always be so like things have been before that you won't get to a new place. If you want to get somewhere else, somewhere new, where you've never been before, you have to go for the 5th, 6th or 7th idea. They are the ones who seem impossible. Now, whenever you want to get somewhere new, you have to go for the impossible. But because everything that is possible has been done. And new always means when you start on it, it is impossible, and after you have realized it, people say, yeah, of course, that's it. And that's the sound of 2 hands clapping. That means that you on the one hand is the B, right brain half, which is very logical, which wants to go from A to B to C. And the other hand is the fly, and that is your left brain, which is full of ideas and imagination. And you have to take care that you make them work together. So I advise the intelligent people to learn to fly like a fly. Okay, that was it. Thank you. Thank you.